Making a big obvious movement before you throw your punch is a great way to get yourself knocked out. Same token, if you're having to get all the way into a blade stance, bring the leg up into a chamber, and then finally fire the kick, it's probably not going to work. But nobody's saying to do it that way. Jack Dempsey famously said the sucker punch was actually called a sucker's punch, and it referred to somebody who opened a combination with the rear hand. Because logically, throwing the rear hand takes more time and is more obvious than opening with the lead hand, making it easier for your opponent to see it coming and counter you. Similarly, I think opening with a side kick is a sucker's kick. Because unless you're very good at timing your opponent, using your side kick like a jab or a teep is a very easy way to get countered. Now, of course, there's guys like Talon from One Championship who use the side kick as a teep, but we'll talk about that in a different video because it involves different tactics. Instead, I recommend using the side kick as a trick shot. If I whiff on a low kick, I can easily follow up with a side kick. Got an opponent who's running away from your straights? Use that sliding side kick to find home. And of course, if the single leg is coming after you, that side kick is right there. But my favorite way to use a side kick is as a counter. If I can get my opponent to overcommit on a cross or a left hook, all I have to do is wait for their momentum to bring them to me and then spear them on the side kick. Now, here's where things get interesting. Because everything I'm saying about the side kick, I could also be saying about the uppercut. Because the uppercut is a great way to introduce new angles. If my opponent is blocking all of my straights and my hooks, I can use the uppercut to sneak in down the middle. So too is the side kick meant to get your opponent thinking about a certain range of kicks and then sneak in from the side. And if you get your opponent to overcommit when they try to hit you, the uppercut is almost always right there.